where you want it.
Bay 12, please.
Hello there, Transformers fans, and welcome back to another Bay 12 video review. And today we are reviewing our first full-size Terrorcon for this new faction of, well, antagonists for the upcoming Rise of the Beast film. This is the Voyager class Battletrap, number 99 in the Studio Series line. And he's got a really cool looking design, despite not being a helicopter and a Jeep that come together to make a robot. I actually really dig his new tow truck design, and I really like the robot mode design. It kind of invokes feelings of the classic design of the Fallen for me. That's what this kind of reminds me of, and it only adds to the speculation as to who does this faction serve, right? Because from what we can gather so far, Scourge is the leader of this group of Terrorcons that are going to appear in Rise of the Beast, and that's pretty much all we know about them. Is there's some type of antagonistic faction. They're hunting Autobots, Maximals, and Decepticons alike, and based off of their factional symbol, which is based off of Scourge's face, by the way, are they something like the Decepticon Justice Division, where they're this just overzealot group of former Decepticons who just hunt down whoever? Or are they some kind of Unicron-like faction where maybe they serve Unicron? That's been some of the speculation from fans. Or, based off of his character design, do they maybe serve this universe's version of the Fallen? Honestly, there's a lot of options here. There's multiple directions this could go. In fact, there's even directions outside of the ones I just mentioned speculatively that could be there. I mean, it just could be none of those. They could just simply be an antagonistic faction who just like to hunt and kill other Cybertronians. It seriously could be that simple. But who knows? We won't know until the movie comes out, or at least until some other companion-like media for the movie comes out. So until then, all we have is what little bit of toy clues we get, and the trailers, and any descriptions Hasbro might be putting out in between now and then as well. So we'll know when you know. Anyway, here he is in the packaging. You've got some awesome artwork of him in robot mode there on the front. And I gotta say, with that robot mode artwork there, I'm a little disappointed in the toys accessories already, because if you look at that robot mode artwork, it looks like he's using his towing chains and his awesome spike ball accessory that you can put over his fist, and using it as a flail, which is really cool. And this toy does not feature that kind of play feature at all, so I kind of wish we got some chain accessories to give him a flail. I mean, yeah, I can always go buy like a little jewelry chain at Walmart or whatever for dirt cheap and do that myself, but still, I think it would have been cool if he came with that. But the spike ball accessory he comes with is pretty cool. It's much like the Transformers Legacy bulkhead, the Prime Universe bulkhead that has the mace hand, swappable mace hand. So this is going to work a lot like that, which is still pretty cool. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the packaging. And real quick, of course, we have that backdrop there. Now, at the back of the box for this one, it says Attack at the Museum. Now, I'm not quite sure which museum this is, but it looks cool. And that kind of goes along with the core class Freezer figures backdrop that we saw. Anyway, here he is on his Attack at the Museum backdrop, which looks pretty sweet. And here he is up close, and I really like his design. This is a very, very cool character design. Like how he's got all these spikes, like he's got these spiked up knee pads. He's got these spikes coming off the back of his shoulder. He's got these horns coming off of his head. This dude just looks really awesome. He's got spikes on the sides of his forearm. Yeah, he's got an awesome character design. I really dig it. Really cool looking. I also really like that head sculpt. I think that's a pretty cool, unique head design. Again, the head sculpt kind of reminds me of the original design of the Fallen a little bit. Just a bit. Makes me wonder. Makes my mind go, Here he is next to the other Terrorcon we've got so far, Freezer. And again, Freezer can transform into a gun for the larger Terrorcons to wield. And here's what that looks like. So we've got Freezer in gun mode here. Pull the peg down and just put him in Battletrap's hand. And that's pretty cool. I really like the size of Freezer because rather than him just be a tiny blaster like a Target Master or some other mini-con, he's got a pretty good size to him. Like him transforming into a cannon for one of the other Terrorcons to wield is actually going to be pretty devastating. Now, I hope this is going to be the relative size that we see on screen in Rise of the Beasts. I mean, naturally, he's probably going to be more like human size, but still, I really hope this is pretty close to the size we'll see him if he transforms into gun mode and gets picked up by either Battletrap or Scourge or Nightbird, whichever one we see use him. And if we see anybody use him at all, of course. And then you can take his little mace here, just like the Transformers Legacy bulkhead. You open that up, it's got a peg inside. You can put this on either hand, so just put it in the hand, close that up, and he's got this cool little mace hand, much like Bulkhead did. And I like that. I like that we're probably going to see something like this on screen. Again, based off of the toy packaging art, though, he's got it hooked up to his toe chains and is using it as a flail, which hopefully we see it maybe used as both. I think that would be very cool. Transformers Animated Bulkhead could do that. He could transform his hand into a mace, but also launch it as a flail because he had cable hooked up to it inside of his arm. So that's really cool. Hopefully it's something to the effect of that, but again, we won't know until we see the film, or at least see it showcased in another upcoming trailer if we get another upcoming trailer in between now and June. He is, of course, fully articulated. Head is on a ball joint. Fully articulated shoulders. Shoulders go in and out. You can even articulate those shoulder pads there. Even the spikes on the backs rotate. Upper bicep, single jointed elbows. Nothing at the wrists, but you also have his cool little toe hitch with hook. Those articulate, the arm articulates on that, as well as right there, so you get some cool articulation. You can have him use those as weapons in robot mode if you like, which is going to be pretty cool, I think, and who knows, maybe he'll do that in the film too. Waist articulation, hips, upper thigh, single jointed knees, and right in the middle is where you've got that side ankle joint, which is kind of strange because it's not the whole foot, but you can rotate the foot forward and back on the actual ankle joint. So there you go. That's pretty cool. Transformation is pretty cool on this guy. We're going to start by tabbing these legs together right here in the center. Next, we're going to come over here to these side panels. We're going to flip those all the way around. We're going to bring those feet down for now and then fold out these little side truck bits. Next, we're going to rotate the waist around, and then we're going to leave the legs alone for now because that's all we're going to do with the legs for right this second. Next, we're going to come over here to the arms. We're going to rotate the toe arms all the way down. We're going to pull on this backpack, untabbing it from his back, and we're going to rotate that all the way around, and we're going to pull that front grill out. Next, we're going to untab this neck section here from the torso, bring down those shoulder pads, and bring up those spikes. Actually, it's the other way. Bring down the spikes. And then we're going to pull on that front grill section and rotate the front of the truck forward, like so. And then we're going to on this hinge right here, fold the head in, fold that section up, and before we bring all of this down, we're going to push this forward. We're going to there we go. Rotate out that light bar. Tab that into place. Get that other half out. There we go. It's a little tricky. Rotate that out. Bring that into place. So there's the light bar on the top of the truck. Next, we're going to rotate these shoulders up. Untab the shoulder sections from the side of the torso. Fold that all the way back. Fold that all the way back. And then you want to watch the angle on these little shoulder spikes here, because that's going to either help or hinder you when you're trying to bring the arms down. But go ahead and tab this together, because this is all one section at the end. Watch that angle. That just came undone on me. There we go. Watch that angle. Make sure that larger spike goes into that groove on the forearm. It's not a tab. It doesn't tab into the forearm. It just goes into a groove on the forearm. And watch the toe arms as they like to split on you. Okay. And then we're going to come to the legs. On that knee, that lower knee joint, we're going to spin that forward. Spin that forward. That's going to tab in and make that side of the truck section. Make sure your arm sections haven't come undone on you like they keep doing on me. I wish there was more pegs in between these two sections so that the connection is more secure, because it just keeps coming untabbed on me. All right. Now that that's all done, all we have to do is put the top of the truck on there. So I would start by easing the front of the bumper in. There's two little tabs right here that tab into the back of the bumper section there, and then just kind of ease it down over the arms like so. And there you have Battletrap in his tow truck mode. Not a bad tow truck mode. He's pretty tall in his robot mode, so seeing him compress into such a relatively small tow truck is very impressive, because his tow truck mode is not that large, I don't think. At least not to me, it isn't. So I really dig how small his tow truck mode is in comparison to how tall his robot mode is. And then you can store his mace right here. It just fits over these two little tabs there. There's two little grooves right there. Just plug it on over, and that'll help keep this section together for you so it's not coming undone while he's in tow truck mode. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to today's review featuring the new Transformers Studio Series number 99, Terrorcon Battletrap, from the upcoming Rise of the Beasts movie. With each new figure that keeps coming out, I'm only getting more and more excited for this film. I really dig the character designs that we've seen so far, and I really like how the Terrorcons look. Just this awesome, rusted, rough look. I mean, their character designs themselves invoke a dangerous tone and feeling about these characters, and they're supposed to be. I mean, these guys are out allegedly, as from what information we have so far, scouring the galaxy, hunting down Autobots, Maximals, and even in some cases Decepticons. So I really can't wait to see why these guys do what they do and see them in action in the upcoming film. Stay tuned for more Transformers reviews, stay tuned for more Rise of the Beast reviews, and check out some of our other content here on Bay 12. Like and subscribe, follow us on social media, and in case you live in town or you're visiting us in town, come check out our physical store. It's inside Order 66 Multiverse in the shops at Willow Bend Mall in Plano, Texas. We'll see you guys later. We'll see you another time. Transform and roll out.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.